from Expert Credit Sweep. So tonight we're talking about the 14 violations of the FCRA and the FDCPA for debt collectors. Video 1 was for the credit bureaus, 2, this one, is for debt collectors, and 3 is for creditors. Now, I am going to be going live Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you have to make sure that you hit that subscribe button to make sure that you are notified when I am live, so that I can show you how to use all of these violations against the bureaus and the creditors and the debt collectors so that you can get those results and move on with your life. And I am also going to show you during this video what your score increases could actually look like, an average one and then an exceptional one. Okay, so let's jump right into these violations, and I am going to tell you right off the bat, I do have typos in here. I wanted to put this together for you guys and get it out, so I apologize. Alright, so we're looking at number 1. This is falsely representing the character, asserting the debt is valid without verification, amount, asserting the balance is immediately due when it's not, or legal status, implying that legal action has begun when it has not, of the debt. FDCPA. Transferring or selling an account to another debt collector without reporting the transfer and or zero balance to the credit bureaus. FDCPA. So I am, if I can remember, I am going to put a link, where am I pointing, up here, to the video where I basically explain why it should and should not be there and what you're actually looking for, and that is on, I believe it was the video, either how to remove charge-offs or how to remove accurate negative information. But whatever it is, the link is going to be right up here, and you can go and watch that video. All right, so it is very, very, very important information. Okay, so reporting a new duplicate account after receiving notice of dispute on the old account, FCRA, and misrepresenting the date of status or last activity. That is like the most detrimental thing to your credit, so you know. The DOLA, to re-age the account for any reason, such as number 1, attempting to modify the credit bureau statute of limitations on reporting, 2, attempting to modify your state's statute of limitations for a lawsuit, and number 3, attempting to increase score damage and coerce payment by making the debt appear newer in age. All FCRA. Failing to report a disputed account as disputed to the credit bureaus. That is huge. It is very important. It is very prevalent, and it is very damaging to them if you find it and you can use it against them. Make those, you know, CFPB complaints and the AG complaints and the BBB complaints, because you will get these things deleted. But what you're looking for is in the comment section of an account. It should say disputed by consumer. And then failing to validate the debt in question while continuing further collection activity, including continuing to report it on your credit report. That is the FDCPA. Verifying an account with the credit bureaus before your request for validation has been completed. FCRA. And overshadowing the validation notice or making excessive demands in an attempt to intimidate the consumer from enforcing their rights, including statements like immediate payment is demanded. And that's supposed to say FDCPA. Falsely representing or implying that the debt collector is vouched for, bonded by, affiliated with the United States or any state, including the use of symbols, badges, and logos. FDCPA. The false representation that the communication is from an attorney, including the use of fake court papers, and yes, that happens, I see it all the time, or language that could be construed as legal advice, and that's the FDCPA. And then now we have the opposite, that it is not from an attorney or is not legal process, when in fact is. FDCPA. Okay. Suing you and or obtaining a default judgment in a county where you didn't live at the time of the contract, or at a location where you didn't live at the time of the lawsuit. FDCPA. And this is, I believe this is the last one. Yes, this is the last one because it's the most important. And not the most important, but the most prevalent. I see this all the time. Out of the 18 files that I did this evening after midnight, there were like 20 prior to that, but just after midnight, 18 files I saw on at least 10 of them, okay? reporting a late payment when collection accounts are close-ended and cannot be late, unlike, of course, credit cards, okay, and that's FCRA. So make sure that if you have collections, go and look at them to ascertain whether there are or are not late payments on any of your collections, okay? You really need to be looking at these things, and the site that I recommend for that is Credit Check Total. Now, I have my clients moving over actually to Identity IQ, but there are certain sites that show certain information versus other sites, and Credit Check Total will show you all that information, right? So, and I will be blowing up this next image, but if you do this correctly, you can get scores like this. This is from, it was like 11 p.m. last night. I mean, it's 4:31 a.m. right now, so this was 5 hours ago. So this person signed up on 6/5, but we were using their 5/22 report, and so their current score as a 7/8 versus their 5/22 scores. So Equifax, Experian, TransUnion went up 154 points on Equifax, 167 points on Experian, and 150 points on TransUnion. Now, an average file, and that's one round, and this is one round as well, will look more like this: 66 points, 113 points, and 49 points. So I just wanted to show you the difference between, you know, kind of like an extreme one. Not extreme, because I've seen things go up like 300 points in one round. Like, dude signed up with a 380, and then I removed a bunch of shit and went up to like a 600 something. Because we also added a positive account at the same time. So anyways, extreme or like way better than normal versus like an average type of thing. So if you know what you're doing and you can do this correctly, then you can get those types of scores, and you can get, you know, all these removals, and you can move on with your life, because that's the entire point. You don't want to be doing this for the rest of your life. So if you do need help from me, of course I'm going to put the subscribe button right here. Subscribe, so that you can always be notified when I'm putting out videos like this, so that you can, once again, move on with your life, because now you have the right information to, you know, move on. I don't know what else to say. Make sure that you hit that button so that you're notified Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When I'm live, it will show up in the corner of your screen if you have enabled, you know, of course, the notifications from YouTube or on your phone, so that we can do this whole thing together. There will be, you know, the live chat enabled, and, you know, we can get this done. So Saturday is the live. Wednesday night is the regular Wednesday night video. Last week I couldn't do it. We were coming back from the 4th of July festivities, and I got stuck in traffic for like 2.5 hours. We didn't get home until like past midnight, more like past 2:30 in the morning. Anyways, I'm going to take this off my screen, and so tomorrow's going to be Creditors, so that completes the 3 videos in that series. I will be putting a playlist up, and then Wednesday night, like I said, Saturday, and then I am going to be announcing the next like topic that I'm going to be doing, but it all has to do with, you know, giving you the most information to get this shit done. Now, if you need help because you realize that this is just too much for you, you don't have time, you know, whatever, then you can also go down in the description and click on the link to schedule a free consultation, and the consultation is for me to take over your file. So if you need an expert and want an expert and actually want someone that can actually get the results that you're looking for, then go down there, click that link, and I'm going to give you 20 minutes or up to 20 minutes so that we can figure out how this can work for the both of us. And no, I do not take on everyone, because I have to make sure that, you know, what I'm doing is actually going to help you, and that this is an actual fit for you, because there's a bunch of other people that I can be helping. So obviously I'm not going to take you on unless I can really expect significant impact. So anyways, that is it from Expert Credit Sweeps. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. You know, tell me down in the comments how your 4th of July went, and also tell me what you did and didn't like about this video, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great evening.